Welcome to Project Beep Beep on the Average Guys Restoration blog. Wasn't going to do an update until I got my wrenches back out, but I received a big box tonight from Inline Tube. If you see right here, it says the Professional Restorer's #1 choice. I didn't know I was a professional restorer. I thought I was a shade tree mechanic. I've got an audience tonight. I'm pitching a new show for the Velocity Channel called Old Rednecks and Their Roadrunners. And you can see my audience is in a good mood. Anyhow, moving back to the box, this is my brake lines. There's a big warning here, open the box immediately. So, I don't know, I guess things could be damaged in transit. So I thought I would at least open the box and do a quick inspection of what's in here. I guess my brake lines are sabotaged. I'm going to have to inspect them now. Oh, this guy, we can't get rid of him. Anyhow, these are pre-bent brake lines, and I can't tell if they're labeled where they go. I'm fairly certain it's intuitive. I do see what looks like instructions down there. That would be nice. You know, things just don't come with instructions anymore. I guess they think all of us professional restorers know what we're doing. Anyhow, moving on. So the plan now is I'm going to work backwards from this wheel. I'm going to put the brake pads in, mount the caliper, mount the rubber hose to the caliper, and just start replacing brake lines. So I'll do the passenger side and I'll finish it up and I'll get it plumbed over to the proportioning block. Then I'll move over to the driver's side, do the same thing and work backwards. Then we will bench bleed the master cylinder, and I might do a live video of that. We'll see how it goes. I don't want a lengthy video of you just watching me bench bleeding a master cylinder. I might take a lot of still shots with that. But I'll bench bleed the master cylinder next, get it mounted in the car, and as you can see, the front of the car is up and the back is on the ground. Once I get the front plumbed, all the lines are in, the master cylinder is connected, I'll put the wheels on it. I'm going to drop the front down. I'll probably roll the car forward and then jack up the rear because I'm replacing the rear wheel cylinders in the back, which also I received yesterday from a local auto parts supplier here. They actually had these on the shelf. Kind of surprised me when I went by there. And it wasn't O'Reilly's. It was a local family-owned auto parts, Merle's Auto Parts. Hopefully, I will give you an update in a couple of days, and you will see the front tires on the car, and we'll have the rear done, and then we'll do a video on bleeding the hose system. Thanks. So I couldn't wait. It's late Friday night. I went ahead and took the kit, the brake line kit, out of the box. Obviously these are the ones for the master cylinder to the proportioning block. This one is to the driver's side front. I remember that. I believe this one goes across the firewall to the passenger side. This one, that probably goes over the hump of the rear end. These little tags say straighten between the tag. There's one here. It says straighten between these two tags. So this one here is obviously the one that goes to the rear from the proportioning block to the T. So I'll have to straighten it at that bend and at that bend. That one won't need to be straightened, and then the one going over the rear differential will have to be straightened. Quickly read through the instructions. Tells you there about the bends and how to straighten the lines. And of course there's all kinds of troubleshooting on leaks, and I'm hoping I'll get lucky and won't have a leak problem here with these lines. They do recommend a new proportioning block, and I'll be putting in a new proportioning block. Hopefully a week from tonight I'll have the wrenches out and we'll get moving on this. Well, like a kid at Christmas, I couldn't go to bed till I at least put the passenger side brake line in. And you can see right there it's terminating at the mount on the frame where the rubber hose goes on. And I took all the wires loose from the firewall loom holders and took the ground wire off. Of course, better safe than sorry. I disconnected both battery posts just in case I did touch the positive post. So I dropped both of them so I wouldn't have a path to ground. Let's see if you can see on the firewall there's one clip that holds it. Another clip there holding the brake line. And then it goes down. I didn't take a picture, but I kind of remembered the way it went around the speedometer cable. So, and down there you can see where it'll terminate into the proportioning block. It actually went on pretty easy once I took the wiring loom off the firewall. About the only thing I'm worried about is this card. You can see that plastic tube there, and where I'm shining the light, there's the I guess the electric oil sender. This car has aftermarket gauges, and it's got the real oil pressure gauge, runs the oil into the car. I'm probably going to change that. I'm going to put aftermarket electronic gauges on the car. That's going to be on the list. But I had to contort that little plastic oil line quite a bit while I was contorting the brake line to get it in. I am not going to secure anything until I start plumbing from back here. So over the weekend, put the calipers together. I'll grease the slides real good and get the rubber hose on, get the clip at the termination there on the frame, and then we'll work on the driver's side. So wish me luck. Well, I still didn't go to bed. It's late Friday night. It'll be Saturday morning here shortly. And the caliper is mounted. Grease the slides really well with the, you can't really see from the light, but the 3M silicone paste. Put an ultra thin coat of grease on the slide. Let's see if you can see with the light here. There was a little bit of instructions on seating the outboard pad. And probably, if you can see right there, you had to take a hammer and custom seat this edge to the caliper, or there was a warning that it would rattle. I took denatured alcohol and paper towels and scrubbed the rotor down really well. Pads are in. I have not tightened the banjo mount to the caliper. I have it plumbed, but I didn't tighten it down. I read in the instructions, they said, you know, you kind of finger tighten it, and then you back it off, and then you tighten it a little more, and then you back it off. I've done that a couple of times. It's maybe an eighth a turn above finger tight. I'll work with it a little bit more tomorrow. I got the clip in. The clip I'm pretty sure is upside down, but that's the only way it would fit because the mount for that hose is sort of bent up. So I've done enough for tonight. I wasn't even going to wrench on the car this weekend because I have some other things I have to work on. And one of them is the Grand Marquis. The Grand Marquis is going to need some attention from me tomorrow, just some maintenance stuff. So next weekend we'll work on the other side for sure. And this time I really am done for the night. Good night.